Hi folks, Matthew Mills here from our Los Angeles Distribution Center. Very excited to give you your very first update for 2021. A lot of exciting things are happening that are following from last year, and this is a really nice report that I'm very pleased to be presenting to you. I want to talk a little bit about NatureSide and where things are headed. We had mentioned that we're going to be expanding into the international markets after we went through all of the toxicity testing. We still got some testing to do, but in the meantime, there's a few countries that we can get into immediately and begin our presence and begin our marketing. We've got some very large companies that are stepping in to do the job for us, meaning that we're going to give them exclusivity. They're going to run the ball. They've turned in marketing guidelines on what they're going to do for us, and now they're putting together their budgets, and we're going to give them exclusives. And as long as we see continued growth, they're going to hold on to their exclusives. We're going to give them 1 year, then 3 years, then hold on to it for 3 years, just until we don't see any growth, and then we go back and negotiate. But there's some great things happening. The first one is Mexico, a company named Preserve. They're a very large entity in Mexico. They don't just handle, traditional residential and commercial pest control. They're in agriculture, they're in food production, they're basically everywhere. Everywhere people are in Mexico, there is pest control. Just like here in the United States, everywhere where people gather or people go, there is pest control. Whether that be theme parks, parks and recreation, hospitals, libraries, you pretty much name it, pest control is something that happens everywhere. So Preserva is a very large company. They are going through all of our labels and changing them to Spanish and registering them with the Mexican government. This is a really, really big deal for us. They're a massive company, and that leads me to the next one. I had mentioned Australia in the past. Australia this week has turned in a marketing proposal for the products to take it nationwide in Australia. Their name is Pest Help. Very, very big company, 20 years on the map, and they are also getting exclusive, obviously, with performance attached to it in Australia. It's a really, really big deal. Everybody also knows about Rentokil. They are the largest company in the world for pest control services, and again, a worldwide footprint. Because of our work in Mumbai, Hong Kong, Singapore, we have now been positioned and talking with the Sri Lankan team to bring the products into Sri Lanka for all types of pests. They're looking at all the products, we're giving them all the data, and now we're sending them products to start their testing, similar to what we did in Mumbai and similar to what we did in Hong Kong and the other places. We really like to have people test our products before we even try to get them to commit to anything, because the products are so effective that once they put them to work, they see it for themselves, and there's no more selling. It's just all about taking the order and positioning it. That being said, we have a new company in Antigua in the Caribbean. It is a Terminix franchisee that covers the entire area, so it's a nice sizable company, and they've asked us for not only be able to use the product in the Caribbean and Antigua, but also represent NatureSide in that region, which is great news for us. To get companies that like the Terminix name and Rentokil and Preserve to represent NatureSide is really almost like us having feet on the ground and salespeople in the mix, which we don't have. Our team here, our very limited team, has been doing all the sales on NatureSide the whole life of the company, and now we're going to start positioning ourselves with other companies that are going to represent NatureSide products. That said, we are now going through the educational process with NewChip. I am in modules and courses every day. This is a college education when it comes to investment banking, learning about how the VCs, the venture capitalists, how the large angels deal with large companies, and positioning me and giving me the education not only to be able to converse with them properly, but to show them what they're looking for before they even look. making sure that when they do start looking at us, they see something incredible. And we've got all the right mechanisms in place. Growth in our revenue, we've got international footprint happening right now. We've got a lot of different things. Obviously, US Capital Global is working on their launch. That should happen sometime this quarter. We are already starting to talk to larger banks through the new chip process, and moving forward, getting ready for positioning of an IPO. We do understand that once we see an influx of capital to the company, we are going to immediately start the process. There's no messing around here. I want to make sure that everybody understands. Now, that being said, okay, another thing that the investment banking community wants to see is continued revenue growth. I'm very happy to report that as of yesterday, the 21st, we're at $69,000 in sales. And what's great about this is it's not just like one or two orders. In the past, we get one order, it takes us there. This is a concentration of e-commerce, orders from our pest control alliances and distribution, and Cardinal Health. So it's a mixture of all of our largest customers and our e-commerce division pumping out the best January we've ever had. Last year was 48,000. This year so far is 69,000. And we still have, 8-9 days left in the month. We're going to see about $1,000 a day. It's going to be a great month. And this is something incredible that the investment banking community is loving. They're letting us know. They asked me yesterday, where's your revenue sit for January? When I told them, they were very surprised. Another thing they're very excited about is you, the investor. You investors have done something here. You're listening, you're following, you're investing. And because they see the uptick in numbers, they're getting more and more interested every time I talk to them. They are really focused on us, and it's a really great January. Happy New Year, everybody. We couldn't do this without you. Matthew Mills here at MEDX.